pick up the negatives of it. And sure, I could be mad at trash overflowing all the time at the street or whatever, but I chose to not think like that, and that wasn't my battle. If I walked past every crumb, I would just drive myself crazy, and I would just not walk past the crumb. I would just go up the stairs, like what I could control, I controlled. I did my house chore. You had the house chore, and I did that to the best of my ability that I could, and I pitched in and I went to house meetings every week, and other than that, I paid the rent, and things were great. Things really were. Mm-hmm. And if you listen to some of our earlier podcasts, with Rob and Matt and then Ryan and then Chris, I mean, you'll hear the transition and things that were going on in my head at the time. It's kind of interesting to go back and listen to some of those now. I can't bear to do it because we didn't have an intro. Like, it was real basic. And I mean, not that we're state of the art now, but it was real basic. And, we were just doing it. 3 guys sitting on a couch, holding microphones in our hands, and I don't know. It was fun though, but yeah. So check it out if you want to. There's 300 episodes. You can go listen to some of them. I did find the name of that movie. It's called, thanks for hanging out and waiting for this, by the way, Still Mine. And John Cromwell is the actor.
Right.
So, yeah, check it out if you want to impress your girl. Just, if you're doing it and thinking you're going to turn it on and fall asleep, be careful, because you'll end up watching the whole thing while your girl falls asleep. That's what happened. I wrote, especially when that sex scene comes on. Woo. Yeah.
A bunch of 2 old people getting it on.
Mm-hmm. He's like, it never gets old, does it? And she's like, It was cute. It was cute. But, your girl like that. Still Mine, if you got Amazon Prime. You got video, too. So, Amazon Prime Video. Check it out. And speaking of movies, you watched Beautiful Boy.
I did watch it. That was on your list of your top 5 for recovery movies or movies about addiction. And I enjoyed it.
I know. I told my mom to go ahead and watch it. I thought I told her to watch it before, but it shows the struggle, and
I felt bad for that dad. I really did. I mean, it was pretty freaking hardcore. I mean, in terms of
it was a real
reality.
story too, true story.
Yeah.
So,
but it was like a part of it. I was watching it and I found myself being like, "This is not going to go well." You know what I mean? Like, following it along. Because it's like you're watching a movie about yourself, in a way, But the helplessness that the family was feeling and the turmoil, and a lot of it was the dad just, like, letting go. Finally, just being like, he loved him, and there was nothing else that he could do. Because, the kid kept coming back asking for money or whatever, and didn't want anything. He didn't want help. It was completely obvious. But I don't know. I mean, watching movies like that, for me, I think they show that in rehab quite a bit. But it really does. You really can connect, with the story. At least for me.
Yeah, it shows you. And when we're in active addiction, I mean, in my mind, I knew I was affecting my whole family, but I'd like to think I didn't affect my sister. Like, she had her own life. My brother had his own life, but it did affect them. Mm-hmm. My little brother, he didn't want to hear anything about it. He didn't, because he didn't want to deal with it. He didn't want to deal with, my brother's going to die because of alcohol. Mm-hmm. That was really tough for him, and he didn't know what to do to help me, and it was very confusing for him. And, that movie kind of shows you, it showed the little kids, but, like, you affect everybody. The stepmom, she was losing her mind. And it affects everybody, more than you would like to think when you're in active addiction. Because, like, deep down, I knew they didn't like what I was doing, and they didn't like every time I would drink. But I'm not hurting them, not directly.
But you are.
But I am, and then I started getting the guilt of, I let them down again, and then that just fuels the fire, and let's go get another bottle then. Why stop now? Maybe I won't wake up this time. And that's no way to live. That's not a natural way to think, but when you're in that kind of mess and in that kind of state of mind, it's real. And that's how I was feeling at that moment. And I didn't know how to get out of it. And, with COVID going on right now too, I guess a lot of suicide, has been going on. And I'm sure substance use plays a huge part of that as well. Mm-hmm. And, I'm glad that we took the trainings we did with Kirsten's Ride. And if you want to take any kind of suicide prevention training or just learn more about what to say, because you never know when you're going to be in that situation. Mm-hmm. You might have been in that situation already and just never picked up on the things that were being said to you. And I am so glad now that if I hear anybody say any of those kind of words or those clues, I guess you could say, because they're asking for help. Mm-hmm. to be there and to recognize them and be ready to pick those up and go, okay, well, wait, hold on. Did you just say this? And, how to approach it, as opposed to, oh, well, you'll be fine, man. Just get over it. And here, drink this or whatever. And then something happens that you can't undo. And you're like, he was begging me for help. And I just told him to get over it. Like, that's horrible. Mm-hmm. To put yourself in a better position, I recommend go to Kirsten's Ride, and there's links all over her website, and you can go to her website through the links on our website, 217recovery.com. Go to resources and look for Kirsten's Ride. Good people.
I think it was SIS. It was assist training, applied suicide intervention skills training. That
one's a 2-day course, and then there's the Safe Talk, which is, I want to say it was a 3-hour course, but it's very interesting to if you only have 3 hours, take that one first. And then if you're intrigued by it and, want to learn more and be more prepared, the Safe Talk is just kind of like, hey, listen, this is how they're reaching out for help. And it really is the first step. And your responsibility is not to get that person help. It's to lead them to the person that can get them help, which is the people that have taken the assist training. So, those people, which we are, are kind of trained in what to do and what to say, what not to do, what not to say, and, take them to that next level of getting them the help that they need. But, yeah, check out the website and then go to Kirsten's Ride.
It was an excellent training. Definitely recommend it.
It was. But all right, if that's all you got, then
yeah, I had a great day.
It's free bird.
Yeah.
All right, let's go watch Still Mine, where you fell asleep.
No, I believe it was a good ending. You already told me how it ended.
Well, don't spoil it.
I'm not going to.
Maybe some toast. I'm just kidding. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Like I said earlier, we have 300 podcasts that you can listen to on the 217 Recovery Podcast. We're number 99 in Apple Podcasts.
That's right.
Keep listening away. Download them all. Listen. And we appreciate, obviously, we can't do it without you. So tell your friends, share us, and follow us. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts as well. We're on pretty much every platform, Pandora, Spotify, you name it. You can pretty much find us there. So thanks for listening, and we will talk to you again on Saturday.
Good night.